त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Good evening, everyone. Jai Shri Mataji. We're just waiting for Aryan and Chris to come over. Hello, Aryan. How are you?
Good, and you?
Very good, thank you. And here is Chris. It's a very exciting evening today. So we're
I can't see the screen.
Yeah. We are introducing a new concept of foot soaking today. So that's fantastic. It's a really great technique where we are using all the elements of the water, the earth, the air, ether. We have a little fire, candle to represent the fire element. So it's working at the essence, the level of all the energy centers, but specifically the bottom three. Hello? Oh, yes.
Hello.
I'm not seeing anything on the screen.
No, we can see you beautifully. So, yes. So, so we might start with just trying to settle our attention a little bit today. Just listen to some music, and we'll talk about the foot soak and show you the practical way and meditation as we go through the evening. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Beautiful. So let's just put our hands, let's just nicely sit comfortably, both our hands on our lap. Let's close our eyes, attention on top of the Sahasrara. And just enjoy the music. Few nice deep breaths in and out. So welcome everyone to today's program. Chris will be doing the demonstration of the Footsoak that is highly recommended to do every day if we can. In the evening, especially when we've come back from work at the end of the day before you go to sleep, just to kind of cleanse ourselves, just like we have a shower every day to cleanse the vibrations, bring us in, a little bit our attention centered before we go to bed, or be at home in the evening. And Aryan is going to take us through a meditation of left and right side, and then I'll be doing a little bit with the center, a little bit talking about how we feel our vibrations, because the whole idea of Footsoak is that you're cleansing, but also you're checking your vibrations to see what you're feeling, so you can then kind of help to clear out the blockages, catches, or imbalances of those that are causing that you're feeling on your energy centers on your hands, and then continue with the Footsoak and finish off with a meditation. So the basic elements of foot soaking are that this is what we need. So generally a basin we have, as Chris has there, a little rectangular plastic bucket, or you can get metal containers depending upon where you're living, a round one, a square one, it doesn't really matter. The main idea, as you see in the photo, is that we just need enough to have our ankles dipping in the water. Now again, we say lukewarm water. So if you're unable to decide whether you kind of feel it's left side you need to clear or right side you need to clear, we can just sit with lukewarm water. If you're feeling you've had a really overactive day and you kind of want to settle and cool down a little bit because you want to, kind of settle our right side, we sit in cold water. If you've had a very emotional day or you're having a hard time emotionally, then you would use warm water. So it's that same principle we have been following, where we say the left side is the moon channel, the right side is the sun channel. So we're trying to cool the sun down with cold water. When we are going, too much into the left, it's kind of getting frozen. So we are using that hot water to defrost and come in the middle. The other thing that Chris will have there is a jug of water that we have, and the water is there because as the Footsoak, the water in the Footsoak container is representing, say, the sea or cleansing. So when we finish our Footsoak and we're taking our feet out, we like to just rinse it back into the Footsoak, so we're not kind of walking around, say, with the dirty water. And of course, we have some salt that we put, a handful of salt, a teaspoon, tablespoon, and that represents the earth element in the water. So there we've got the water element, we are adding the earth element, also representing the sea, which is very, very cleansing, the father element. And then we have a towel, as he has on the side, so that when we finish our Footsoak, we can wipe our feet on there. So to start with, that's what we do. We have the water ready there. We have we have the jug of water, put the salt in there. Usually we say to meditate for 10 to 15 minutes when we are doing Footsoak. Yes, occasionally, when we are doing programs, it does go to 20, but because it's a very finite amount of water, a finite quantity, obviously, as it's helping to balance and absorbing that negative energy, it gets saturated. Then you're basically sitting in saturated negative water. So about 15 to 20 minutes at the most, but 10 to 15 minutes is fantastic that we sit in meditation in Footsoak. And if you feel like, you need to clear out a little bit more, you're welcome to kind of chuck the water out, bring some fresh one, and continue sitting again. Or if you feel like you've cleansed out enough and you just want to sit in meditation and enjoy the vibrations that you're feeling, then just go throw the water away, come and sit down, settle down, and then sit down for meditation after. And again, for the same reason that the water is absorbing all your negativity, so it's just saturated negative water, we flush it down the toilet and just rinse the bucket again a little bit, throw the water back in the toilet, and keep the bucket aside. So that bucket that Chris is using will be kept just for foot soaking. So we don't use it for other things. We, don't go washing your clothes in it or use the water to water the plant. You've got foot soak written there. Fantastic. So that is basically the process of foot soak. Now, I'm not sure if people obviously if you're watching on YouTube, you can pause the video, go get your foot soak bucket ready. If not, please today, just as you're joining us, sit for meditation, and then you can practice the foot soak session during the week, which is fantastic. So do you want to lead us into the foot soak, Chris?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And as you can see, I have a candle here and a photo of Shri Mataji. So let's raise the Kundalini. Or first, what we'll do is we'll just do a bandhan on the water. It's got the salt in already. So just bandhan clockwise 7 times. You're helping to vibrate the water there. Help you. Right. And then put your feet in. And now let's raise the Kundalini. Slowly with our attention. Up by head. By 1 knot. And then we'll do a second time, the second channel. Keep your attention on the palm of the left hand. Tie 2 knots. And then for the third time, slowly. And above the fontanelle, tie 3 knots. And then we'll do a bandhan. So from the left, cross the fontanelle and down again. And then back again. Once for 1 chakra. Back again. Second chakra. Back again. The third chakra. And for the 4th. And the 5th. And the 6th. And the 7th. Put our hands in our lap. You have the photo of Shri Mataji in front of you. And the candle. The candle is another element, the element of fire. And the photo is emitting a vibration, helping you to clear out and decipher your subtle system.
So now we'll just start with our meditation. We're balancing the left and the right side. Thanks, Ariane.
I can see myself now. Okay, so do you want me to do the affirmation or simply just doing the left and the right?
The left and the right.
Okay. All right, so what we're doing, the left hand is going to stay on our lap with the palm facing upward, and the right hand is going to go towards the ground. If you're sitting on the floor, simply put the palm of the hand on the ground. And you can close your eyes. And from your heart, asking you, motherly energy, please cleanse my left channel. So, and you can ask the Mother Earth to absorb all disturbances on the emotional side. Whatever upset you today, let ask the Mother Earth to clear that. And your motherly energy, please clear all emotional disturbances from my left channel, my moon channel. Or anything that's come surfacing from the past, motherly energy, please clear the past and let me come back to the present moment. And paying attention to the left hand to see whether you're noticing anything happening, any tingling, any sensations, anything. Just be the observer, not judging, just observing what's happening. Now we're going to bring back the right hand back to our lap. So sitting like that. Now the left hand is now going to be going up. We're going to bend at the elbow and the palm is going to face backwards. Yeah, like in the photograph, in the chart. This is to clear our right channel. So motherly energy, we're going to use the air element, the ether. Mother energy, please clear my right channel. So let all the planning, the overthinking, the agitation, anything that has made me unsettled physically and mentally, please let the air element and the ether element take it away. Just vent all of those into the air and the ether element. And let all this worrying about tomorrow, the next week, all that get dissolved into the ether, the air element, and let my attention come back into the present moment. Motherly Kundalini, bring me back from the future into the present. Now we're going to take the left hand and return it on the lap again.
And keeping your eyes closed, attention on the Sahasrara. As Aryan was saying, we watch our hands. You can have a look at the slides if you like, because the main thing that we're doing as we are foot soaking is to help cleanse the vibrations, to target our attention to where the energy or the blockages are. So the question is how we do that. how do you differentiate and where to target? So the vibrations we feel are either cool, warm, or you feel heaviness, tingling, or just something little bit different. The two things that we look at is the energy centers and the channels. As we know, the energy centers are represented on our fingers, whereas the whole of the palm is our energy channels. So the first we will do is look at the states of our three energy channels. So keeping our attention just on the Sahasrara, on top of our head, just watch your hands. And what do you feel? Both hands cool? If that's the case, then we say all the channels, all the three channels are in nice balance. If you're feeling that the left hand is not cool, or there's less vibrations, or there's more heat, a bit more tingly or heaviness, then we say that the left channel needs attention. So this is where we would do what Aryan had done first, which is have our right hand towards the Mother Earth to cleanse, to balance our left channel. If your right hand is not feeling cool, that means the right hand needs a little bit more attention. And this is where we do what we had done the second time, which is have our left hand as a chimney, as Chris is demonstrating, to just all that heat go into the ether. And if both hands are not cool, or you're feeling equally tingly and heaviness on both hands, then we work on the center channel. Now, similarly, for your energy centers, we look at what you're feeling on your fingertips. If it's cool, if the fingertips are cool, those particular energy centers are nice and balanced. If you're feeling heaviness, warmth on any particular finger, then you would put more attention at that energy center simply by placing your right hand on that particular energy center, or you can give yourself a bandhan at that energy center, always moving in a clockwise direction, which means if you're drawing a circle, the circle always starts by moving towards the heart, down and around again. So with that in mind, let's just sit for another 5 minutes in meditation, assessing your own vibrations, just witnessing, watching them, and working on your energy center, energy channels. And helping us get deeper in meditation. Sorry. feel your thoughts are not settling down, and just watch the waves, watch the red spot on Shri Mataji's forehead. Say, Mother, I'm not this thought. I am the Spirit. Finish off the Footsoak.
Just take our water. The first leg, left leg, right leg. Just pour water over it. Put it on your towel. And then with the other leg, use the water. Wash that foot. Put it on the towel. And you use the towel to wipe the negativities in the water. Only use this towel for this purpose. And then with the water, just do another bandhan 7 times. That water is discarded and flushed away. Now as we continue your meditation.
We'll watch a little video, a talk of Shri Mataji, followed by some meditation. Just keeping your attention on the Sahasrara. Just continue to listen to the talk of Shri Mataji.
So it is important to understand the first rule of Sahaja Yoga is that you look at yourself. How are you? Are you really progressing? Or you are worried about other things like your business, this, that. Or you are worried about your ascent. What are you worried about? Are you worried about your ascent? If you are worried about your ascent, what are you doing about it? That has to be the main object of life. The rest of the things follow it. Once you ascend, the whole cosmos can look after your problems. But you must ascend into the kingdom of God. That's the main point is. So, first of all, you have to ascertain about yourself. Am I ascending? Am I transforming? Am I giving up all my bad habits? Am I getting rid of my temper? Am I getting peaceful? Am I now sweet? Or am I now still the same horrible criticizer? of others. Just put your attention to yourself and see for yourself. It's like a mirror. You start seeing yourself in the mirror, what's wrong with you. And then you try to correct it. Now, second point is that you must see your vibrations, what centers you are catching, yourself. For that you have to give yourself a bandhan. You give yourself a bandhan and see for yourself what's wrong with you. When you give yourself a bandhan, you will know about your chakras. And you'll be amazed. I have known some people who found out they had cancer. Through centers, they could say, Mother, we must be having cancer. And then it was discovered in time and we could manage it very well. Because they themselves found it. And then they asked me what to do and I told them and they got cured. When they went to the doctors, they said they had cancer. And once they cured themselves, they were all right. So that is how first pay attention to yourself. You find out what's wrong with you. Some of you might be having terrible ego. Then maybe you might be having a very bad Agya Chakra. Then you should find out, have you got Agya Chakra? This is ego. Then there's a very good remedy in Sahaja Yoga, which may look ridiculous, but it's very good remedy, is to beat yourself with shoes, as they know is the beating with the shoes. It's called as a shoe treatment. Now, then you have to go further. See, you find yourself that your right side is hot. What you do is to put your right side towards the photograph and left side up towards the ether. The ether takes away the heat. But what actually happens is that your right side gets the vibration and the heat is pushed towards your left and passes out into the ether. Now this heat comes from too much futuristic living. Those people who are too much futuristic, they have too much heat. And too much heat has to go away. And when this heat starts going away, then you are amazed how it works. For that there are various things we have to use, but mainly for right-sided people, they should not use any light at all. They should not sit in the sun. They should sit in the moonlight. They should read some poetry. They should not tie up watches. They should not look at time. They should allow the time to pass, and they should just become very sort of emotional people. They should sing songs of bhakti. They should not do Hatha Yoga. There's so many things they should not do if they are right-sided. You will be surprised how people have been helped through this kind of a treatment which treats one side of your being. The left-hand side people are the people, as you know, are the ones who are docile, who bear up lots of things from others and cry and weep and all the time, are on the loser's end. Such people have problems also because all their organs are lethargic and they have problems of a lethargic heart, lethargic liver, lethargic intestines. Everything becomes very lethargic. All these left side things can be cured. Plus they might have some sort of a badha in them, in the sense they are possessed by someone. Of course, some of them are possessed by right side also. Not that only the left side is possessed, but from the right side also they are possessed. And left-sided possessions are of a peculiar type because they give you pain in the body. You get pains in the body. A right-sided person doesn't get any pain himself. He gives pain to others. He's very sarcastic, he's very aggressive. He troubles others. But the left-sided people have pains themselves. They get pain here and a pain there and pain here. So left side is to be cleared, as you know very well, through the light. Light is put before the photograph, left hand towards the photograph, right hand on the Mother Earth. So the left hand gets the light and the light passes through, and the negativity of the left side passes through the right hand, and the right hand is on the Mother Earth. The Mother Earth is the one who sucks in all these negative forces of the left hand side. So these are the two sides which we clear. But once you have cleared these two sides, then you can use the photograph. Sit with your both the hands towards the photograph and put both the feet in the water, little bit of salt in it, and about 5-10 minutes you must allow vibrations to clear you out. Then wipe your feet, put the water properly into some disposal, and then sit down for meditation. If you can do that every day, even 10 minutes is more than sufficient. Don't have to do anything in an extreme manner. In the morning time, you have to give yourself a bandhan when you are going out. Don't go out without giving a bandhan. And attention should be all the time inside, in the sense that you're walking on the road, people have habit of seeing this, seeing that, seeing like that. The attention gets frittered away. What you should do is to see about 3 feet or 4 feet at the most from the ground, and not above, because you can see all the beautiful children, flowers, everything. There's nothing very beautiful about that. So better is to see only up 3-4 feet. If possible, to fix your attention, so the attention becomes concentrated and you feel very relaxed and relieved of too much of wobbling of your eyes. Eyes are very important.
Let's just continue to sit in meditation. Let's finish the meditation with raising our kundalinis and putting ourselves in a bandhan again. We do the bandhan 7 times, 1 for each energy center. Yes, Shri Mataji. I think the idea of when we do the bandhan at the start of a meditation is so that we are kind of protecting our meditation space to prevent distractions and energy from around us. Whereas when we finish the meditation, as we've cleared out, we've balanced, the energy is starting to flow, we put a bandhan on to kind of then sustain that within ourselves for as long as we can when we, we're out and about. So as Shri Mataji was talking in the video, it's great to kind of have that protection, put a bandhan, put yourselves in a bandhan before going out. And as Aryan was doing the left side, right side meditation, Shri Mataji was talking about that. There was something that she was talking about in terms of shoe beating. So that's a very different technique. So please don't grab a shoe and start hitting yourself. It's just something represented, I suppose. What is? I'm trying to remember the word. But we will talk about it one day. It's just something that you do as a representation of, being humble about your ego and just letting that go using the Mother Earth element and that. So it's a very, very effective technique. But I think what's more important is to feel as we're starting the journey is to grow deeper in that meditation, feeling the vibrations, cleansing, using the foot soaking, giving yourself vibrations, and just those simple techniques to master your the vibrations and the feeling of your energy centers. What do you say, Ariane?
Yes, absolutely. And we could actually feel it when we were watching the waves, that it was very calming and soothing. So water has really got the calming for especially the first 3 centers, but especially the 3rd center. It gets very calmed.
And the foot soaking, that's right, because when we are doing foot soaking, and as we say, the fire element is also there, which we have the little lamp, in when we are meditating. We obviously have Shri Mataji's photo there as kind of a higher source of energy than what ours is at the moment in terms of when we are sitting for meditation. And you've got the water, salt, the air, and the ether is around anyway. So it's the subtle energy, the vibrations of all the elements synchronizing through our energy centers and helping to balance them at the same time. But a lot more effective for the first 3 energy centers, for which the elements are, your earth, your fire, your water, especially as you say, the 3rd energy center, the void is nothing but the sea there. So it works very effectively. That's right. I don't know where Chris has disappeared. So thank you very much for the meditation. We've got a beautiful piece. So let's just continue with meditation. And thank you so much for your presence. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
कहते